Hello, hello. Welcome back to another session with me, Victorious Human. I hope you're enjoying the podcast and you are trekking along with me. And today we're going to be looking at the topic self improvement. So we are kind of just continuing from where we left on last time. Last time we looked at the life of King David and the small detour he took in his life that was with Bathsheba. And so now we are just trying to build on that and looking at how King David handled all these tricky situations in his life. Remember that one small detour he took completely changed his life. I mean, his whole life was changed. So, all you have to do is read his life story and you can find out more about what I'm talking about. So let's get back to self-improvement and see what we can find out. So why am I talking about self-improvement? Well, I believe that King David had that ability to self-improve. He would mess up once and never repeat that mistake again. I mean, that issue never popped up in his life again, except when it came to his children. But I'll leave it for you to find out for yourself. He practically learned from his mistakes. One would say he had the ability to realize his mistakes and learn from them. He was able to develop his skills so much so that he could play the harp. You know, when King Saul had that distressing spirit come on him, David was the one who could play the harp and ease that spirit, ease him, because he was so distraught when it came on him. So David was so skilled that when he played the harp, the king distraught was eased. That's skilled to perfection. He was also skilled with the bow and arrow, or the shot put, or do you call it a sling? You know, the slingshot. You know, the one where you put the pebble. And he was so skilled that when he was in the fields looking after the sheep, he said he beat the bear, he beat the lion, the wolves, anything that tried to come and steal his sheep, he killed. I'm guessing it's either he threw the bow and arrow or he threw the slingshot at them and they died. And the biggest triumph came with Goliath. He picked a stone and aimed. Had he not been practicing, he would not be able to confidently go out there. Do they not say opportunity favors the prepared? So David was prepared, he was skilled, he had honed in on his skill, he knew he could do it. And yes, of course, God gave that stone extra power so that it sunk into Goliath's head. But David knew how to work his tool, he knew how to do it. So he had developed his skills. So that is one thing you can start doing. Find out what it is you want to learn and start going for it. Start learning. And also, if you look at the 10 men that were the closest to David, you will realize that their ability was impressive. My days, those were mighty men of war. I keep on hearing people talking about masterclass, masterclass, masterclass. More like surround yourself with people of the same mind so that you can help each other, you know, help each other to grow, help each other see the vision come to be. We can even look at the life of Jesus. We can look at John. He had people of the same mind around him to help him. So it's just to others who will help you bring out your talent. They will help you nurture it. They will help you harness it. King David practically built human capital because he knew those men, and those men knew him, and they were loyal to each other. They became men who were valiant. They were known. People were scared of his army. They were scared of him too, because he himself was super skilled, and he also had what? Skilled people. And when he went out to war, he led the army. He was in the forefront. Can you see? So just reading that story just reminds me of the 300. If you have never watched the movie The 300, you should watch it. Those men were mighty men of war. And you can see it. Just didn't start with the 300. There's nothing new under the sun. All these things have been happening since the beginning of time. Now, you can also say King David was a constant learner. He continued to grow mentally. He developed his talent and skills, and eventually saw his prophecy come to life. He was resilient. He was self-aware and disciplined. These are qualities you need if you truly want to become a victorious human. You need to be resilient. You need to be self-aware. You need to be disciplined. I think that's the trickiest one. Discipline. Because you say, I'm not feeling motivated, I'm not feeling da, da, da. But if you are disciplined, whether you are feeling you want to do it or not do it, you will do it because you are disciplined. Hence, you find he had quality relationships around him. He had wives, he had servants, he had soldiers. You know, some of those soldiers were his brothers. That is epic for your older brothers to come and submit to you and say, we will save you, my Lord. You know, he was a man of quality. Wow, wow, wow. So, speaking of quality, he had quality relationships with kings, princes, generals, and other people of high ranking officials. Wow. Even the king of the Philistines, he had a relationship with him, a good one. They respected each other's authority. So nobody went to invade anyone because they knew each other. I can happily say that his quality of life was good. He understood the value of self-reflection, and he was not afraid to put it on paper for us to learn from it, for us to read and see his faults, his mistakes, his findings, his victories, how he went about life. If you read the Psalms, you find that's King David pouring out his heart to us. Do we not recite, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want"? That's a psalm written by someone who knows how to keep a positive attitude. You know, he's thinking, maybe a thought is coming to him. Oh, you will never be provided for. Oh, things are not going your way. Then he dismisses that thought and he says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures." So he's basically talking to himself, comforting himself. Despite what is going on around me, I know that the Lord is my shepherd. I will not lack any good thing. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Read the psalm and find out. So, what can we learn from King David? We're already learning so much, but he still has so much to offer. Well, today we will look at self-improvement so that we too can start making the best of the skills that we have, our talents, bring our dreams to life, our abilities, hone in on them. We just need to know how, and that we are able to do it. We need to believe that we can do it. So, what can we do to achieve our goals in life? What can you do to achieve your goal in life? What can I do to achieve my goal in life? You need to realize that it is a learning process, and the learning never stops. You can never say, "Oh, I attended a training last year, that's enough." No, it is ongoing learning. You don't stop learning until the day you draw your last breath. So the learning is a process. It is lifelong process. If you have found a skill you want to enhance, or you're still looking, I would adjure you to search, find what it is that you're good at, and then take time to get learning. Read a book, find a mentor or a coach, and learn what you need to learn to get started. Also learn. I think I know in all our learning, the thing we don't learn that we should actually learn first is, who are you? Who is Violet? What makes Violet tick? What makes Violet angry? What makes Violet motivated? How does Violet think? What is your personality like? Who is Violet? Who did God create Violet to be? What are my talents? What are my abilities? That is your first learning thing. Learn who you are. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Because all this learning and you don't know who you are is no good. I'll go. It's like a bird trying to live in the sea. That's what it is like if you are someone who is learning something you have no business learning about. Something perhaps you just enjoy, but that's not your calling. That's not who you were meant to be. So find out who you are. Find out who you are. What makes you tick? What keeps you motivated? What demotivates you? Know who you are is your first priority, and then you can learn all these other things. Yeah, because if you don't know who you are, you will one day take yourself by surprise. You will be like, what happened? What happened? You surprised yourself because you pushed yourself so far that one day your mind said, enough, this is not who I am. And you surprise yourself, and you would have wasted so much good time and money. So first homework, find out who you are, and then you can start pushing the boundaries within reason, stretching yourself. Take that extra push up, put down that cookie, pick up that apple, go for that walk, send that application, comb that hair, clean those dishes, make that call, forgive that person, and so forth and so forth. You can do it only if you know who you are and what you are aiming for. You can do it. I have faith in you. I have faith in myself that I can do it. You can do it. It's all a matter of making up your mind and getting going. But remember, when you say yes, you can also say no. You don't have to say yes all the time. You can also say no. No and yes are important. They are equally important as each other. But no is the most important, as it seems to be the least used and it is an unpleasant word. Many people don't want to hear no. When they ask you something, they want you to say yes, but saying no is equally as important as saying yes. But know when to say yes and know when to say no. If someone offers you something good, but it comes with a high penalty, you can say no. If you say yes, can you see yourself living with the consequence of your yes? 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, can you see yourself living with that consequence? So, before you say yes, before you say no, think things through. If you have never thought of how important your yes or your no is, now is the time to start. Also, stop procrastinating because tomorrow never comes. Today is here only once. Every second lost will never be regained again. So start setting daily goals and tick off all priority tasks first. Do not say that you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So no task is too big when broken down. Yes, you bit by bit by bit. So manageable sizes, yeah? The trick is to get started. Believe me, once you start, you will wish you had done it sooner. Will you be tempted to stop? Will you be tempted to quit once in a while? Yes, you will be. But because you can see the finish line, you will keep going. So you've set your goal, you see where you want to end, so you keep going, you keep pushing. What can you do to keep yourself going? What can you do to keep yourself motivated? Find out what keeps you motivated, what keeps you going. What can you do? Do you need an extra pair of hands? Do you need extra resources? Do you need a break? Then take that break. You can't just keep going and going. Take a break. But remember, it pays to complete your task. Don't take a break and then take a break and the break and the break and never come back to it. No. It pays to work hard, start something and finish it. See it through. See your dream unfold. On a side note, look after your body, drink water, rest, meditate, and congratulate yourself when you achieve that goal. Life is all about continued growth. Yes, you made mistakes yesterday, but good news is it is today. So get out of yesterday, get out of tomorrow, and come in today, because today is the day you are living in. You are not living in yesterday, you are not living in tomorrow. Be present. Enjoy one day at a time. Plan. I reiterate, planning is key. Remember, it is God who orders your steps. So yes, everything might not go according to plan. But that does not mean you don't set goals, you don't set anything in motion. That is why, if you're a Christian, you pray, ask for direction, and you find you have peace about it. Even if you're not a Christian, If you have peace about something, go ahead. Real peace, not fake peace. Real peace, go ahead. If you have an unsettling within you, stop. Find out all the facts you need to find before you proceed. If you do decide to proceed, proceed with caution. But most of the time, if it is the right thing, yes, you have the jitters, you have fear and whatnot, but you will have peace. So you need to keep going. And finally, if you keep hitting a hurdle, stop. Ask yourself, am I being Mr. KFC or Jeeves? You decide. One lives on, Mr. KFC lives on, and the other one is only remembered in our memories. Do you need to innovate, change goal, or keep going? Reflect, seek advice, go to bed. Tomorrow is a new day. So I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't get too discouraged. One day at a time, know who you are, set your goals, get moving, change your life for the better. Only you can do it. Only you know who you truly are. Only you know whether you're telling yourself the truth or lying to yourself, because we all have that inner person in us, that silent witness, he tells us. So go for gold. I think I've said more than enough. That is all from me for now. Remain blessed and continue to be victorious. Yes, keep going for gold. Keep going for gold. Don't give up. Never, never give up. Tomorrow never comes. Today is the day you are living in, and yesterday is gone. Let go, let go. That is what I leave you with today. Bye.